Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. New company we're working on right now. I get my trash out too. Is the Black Series Edition.com. Next month we apply for the patents. So, man, I'm glad I ain't going to do the paperwork for that. So yeah, that's where I got the thumbnail from, and I'm going to paste that to the site anyway. We also too are going to be working after that at probably the same time for the certification for the paint. But yeah, we're getting the patents next next month. We're gonna start working on those so we can get those finished and get those done. Because it takes about a couple months to get the patents done. Depends on how long it's gonna take them to finish it up, the paperwork. So today I talked to the patent attorneys. We're not even done yet with the ingredients yet. We still have to have all the ingredients to submit all that information in, what's in it, how it's made, how it's put together, usual stuff you got to go with patents or patent pendings. I prefer to go with the patent pending because with the patents, they want like $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 up front. Patent pendings are a lot more affordable, which means you have 1 year to see whether or not this product is going to take off. That's what the good thing about patent pendings are. 1 year you have for the product to be protected. You can still pay for your maintenance fees and all that stuff like that. You can also extend your patent pending if you choose to. That you can do. That's not a problem. But other than that, you have to go through that whole procedure. But we got lawyers, so the lawyers will be doing all the paperwork. So that's a good thing. I actually did a patent pending myself without an attorney, and I will never do it again as long as I live. So that's why we paid the attorney to do it. So we're going in and we'll have our official seal from the government. We've been to this before, and we'll have documents. We get two options with our documents. We can actually choose to have them private, like my domain information is private, or basically we can have information out there. We're going to mark them private. You'll be able to see the patent identification ID number showing that the item is protected by the U.S. government. So, you people who like to touchy at the end of the day, I will come get you if you touch my stuff, which means I will not be sending to you those. I told you when this is going to happen. I will not be sending any crease, deceased, whatever that paperwork is. We're not bothering with all that. We're not bothering with that. We come in front. We're going straight to your front door with have you served right from the door and drag your butt in the court. That's what's going to happen. And I'm not going to take everything from you. So lesson learned: don't touch what does not belong to you. All right, you know the difference between right and wrong. So I have people say, "Man, you're going to be that brutal?" Yeah, we're going to be that brutal at the end of the day because we got the first-hand experience online on how brutal people can be of touching your stuff. So we're not going to show mercy at the end of the day. I don't want to hear ifs, ands, buts. Sorry, I apologize. Didn't know. It was my first time. I was drunk. I don't want to hear any of that stuff. All I want to hear is pay me. That's what I want to hear. Pay me. Because you touch my stuff, I'm going to take you into court and I'm going to clean your clock. That's what's going to happen. This new technology is our last and final. It is our best of our best. You tamper with it, I take your stuff. That's what it comes down to. Simple and plain. So it's just common sense. Do not touch what does not belong to you. I'm not going to go over to McDonald's or Wendy's or any of these big corporations or whoever. Maybe it could be a mom and pops at the end of the day. It doesn't belong to me. I don't touch it. It's none of my business. I don't touch it. But if you want to go in and slander and making videos of our technology, and keep in mind, those of you who have any pre-videos of our technology will be coming for you. Jamie, you got to have another lawsuit slapped against you. I don't care if you have nothing left. I'm still going to slap you with lawsuits. I'm going to slap you with so many lawsuits. You're not going to be able to lift up your head and be buried in lawsuits. I can hit you with lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Even if you don't even have the money, I can still think with another lawsuit. Keep it up. Then you already got jail time coming up from the fraud. We already got confirmation back from the post office. They're going to start the investigation real soon. They're just gathering more information. But yeah, you got a lot coming at you. But I noticed that if you posted anything about the blacks or anything at all, right there for the door, we're coming to get you. Yeah. I told you things are going to change. Things are going to be a lot different with this company. We're going to have a team of legal, which means I can have a bunch of lawyers in my back pocket so I can go sick them on people at the end of the day that are doing things that you shouldn't be doing. So if you want to make fake demonstrations, those of you out there on YouTube want to make fake demonstrations against our products, and you touch that Black Series technology, you do a video that's falsified, not real, and I got people online searching you out, searching for things to find out if anybody is talking to this one or the other, to show that we don't play around at the end of the day. These are the examples we're going to be using to back our company, showing we don't play around in that line of business. Keep in mind, when I'm doing business with companies out there, I don't want it to make it look like that we're pushovers at the end of the day, that anyone can touch our stuff and play around with it. That's what we do. That's the example. So by dragging about 10, 20, 30 people in court and cleaning their clock in court, basically shows at the end of the day, we are not the ones to be played with. I don't want companies to think, oh, if he's going to allow them people online to touch his stuff, we could do the same. No. We're not going to have that at the end of the day. You're going to get a knock at your door. You're going to open it up, and someone's going to say, here, you've been served. And you're going to know why you've been served. So my suggestion to you, if you have any videos floating around there with a Black Series attached to it, I would highly suggest you remove it as fast as possible. And if you think I'm joking, when you see those numbers pop up showing my register, my patent, from there it's on. This is when I'm going to hire that attorney to go search and find and seek, and we will be coming for you. So, just want to let you know that real quick. Now, it's a shame we got to put those out there, but we have individuals who don't know how to leave things alone. They always got to touch stuff. So if you're using the word, I'm a scammer, or you're slandering me in any way whatsoever, and you don't have proof of it 100%, you can't back it up, you're going to have some problems in court. And you've seen the demonstrations under that technology. It can back itself on every level you could possibly think of. It can back its level. So you're going to have an extremely hard time in court trying to prove that thing isn't what it's supposed to be, especially when you don't even have it to begin with. We got people out there already trying to do pre-records of saying this is what it's going to be. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself sitting in court trying to figure out how to pay a $150,000 lawsuit off. That's a lot of money to pay, a ton of money to pay off. Lawsuits are going to be heavy. They're not going to be $50,000 or $60,000. We're looking at $150,000, $250,000 lawsuits. So pay up Mr. Bird if you want. It's not going to go well. Anyway, so happy about this. We'll have all this done, all this taken care of to begin the process. Oh, I gotta work on. So that way, most likely it's more for us. The reason why we're getting this done to protect us when we're offline. Because offline, we know we're going to get even more individuals going to try to take it. Online, we have a certain degree of protection, but offline it's going to be a whole nother world. We're going to have literally people that can come in and see it. So it's going to draw even more attention. So we just want to make sure it's locked in. So pretty soon I'll have my seal right there. Boom. I've had to deal with these seals. As a matter of fact, we got people to draw on the court for Crystal Edge. I know Crystal Edge has paperwork and it does. We just never posted it. It's there. We can go on one of my accounts. I can pull up my paperwork where I actually filed for the patents and all that for it. So we're going to be cleaning up. Usually, what some companies will do, and a lot of you not, I've seen them do it before, they will basically patent products and not mention their patent, so that way they can clean up on money on the lawsuits. They want to sue you. That's where you got to be really careful. Items that do not show that they have patents sitting on are strictly done that way so they can collect money out of people. And I've seen companies do it. So that way they can pop on, Your Honor, yeah, we got a patent so-and-so for this item right here, and so-and-so, and so. Yes, they can take money from you, clean your clock. Mostly they're hoping for corporations to hit these traps. Man, I'm playing that game called Days Gone. Oh, that's freaking good as I know. I know I'm late. I'm always late on games. I'm super late on games. I'm just busy. But yeah, this right here. We set that up today. I got to make a call to talk to them. Yes. I know it's required. So we're still missing quite a few formulas before we can actually issue this. Because when we issue one of these, We have to write everything. Every single thing that's in every single ingredient has to be put in there. And then they have to go back and have to figure out exactly if it's hazardous, if it's safe for the environment, if it's safe for the consumer, and if it passes all that, and then everything they have to go through, and they have to find if anybody else has the same thing we have, and the ingredients, and then after all that's done, all the information done, they come back and it's okay. They start their paperwork, basically following for the patent pending. Now, the patent pending, I always tell people is the best thing to go with. Some people go with a full patent. That's never good to go with because a full patent provision, the problem you have with that is, like I said, say if your product doesn't sell, or we know this is going to sell like hotcakes. But like I said, say your product doesn't sell. Say you spending $15,000 or more, even $20,000, you pay a lot of money for a patent. A patent pending costs you way less, about $1,000. So at $1,000, you consider the fact that probably $1,000 or $1,200 or something like that, around Paris. But anyway, for that price you're paying, you got 1 year to make sure that product is what it is. This is why at the end of the day, if we wanted to, we could literally just skip the customers, go out and we develop technology within a 20-minute timeline. That's what all those the technology downstairs was developed within about a couple of days. We can go ahead and just develop the technology, slap a patent pending on it, which would protect it for 1 year, which would be registered to us, and we can sell that technology to companies for millions of dollars easily. Because any one of those companies up there would love to be able to have a technology that could dominate the other one. It's competition for them. In their world, which we don't see because we're not on their level, or I don't, me personally, I don't know about them, on the level, that you don't see the competition that goes back and forth between Black Diamond, between Seymour AV, between DMP Supernova and Elite Screens. They got their own little competition war going on among giants. If any one of those had the technology that we had today, we have right now, it would tip the scales in their favor because they would have a screen that could literally dominate the rest of them with no problem. And since we had the ability to be able to develop that technology within a short moment of time, which doesn't take us years, we could do it within minutes and develop that technology. It's pretty cool to say that within minutes. We could also go and get that same technology slapped with a patent pending and sell it for millions of dollars just for that one technology because we know it was worth a lot of money. But we're not choosing to go down that road. I'm choosing to go down the road where I'm taking something that belongs to me because it's mine. And there's a blessing that my Lord gave to me. I want something with my name that says it's mine. Mr. Bird developed this, such and so and so. I want credit for my work. So I'm not selling my work. This is for strictly what we're designing here is for the customers. So the customers can have a better screen. I am sick and tired of seeing the crap already in home theater projection. It's all crap to me. I'm sorry if people are offended by that who make these screens, but it's crap. I'm sorry. It's crap. I mean, what I'm seeing already, I don't need to go into a complete explaining why I feel that these mixes are garbage. Because again, they don't do what they're designed to do. But two individuals, from what I've seen so far, I haven't tracked down anybody else who's making these products. The other people that are making the products on eBay are exactly explaining what the product is. They're not embellishing or adding anything to it. They're actually telling the truth what it is, which it should have been doing from day one. But these two individuals from the door, oh my goodness, the crap that they push out is unfreaking believable. It's garbage. It's all garbage. Because unless you have tests backing your products, your stuff doesn't work. The reason why they can't apply for patents and the reason why they can't do it because on that patent, you're going to have to put in all the ingredients and you're going to have to put in exactly what it's supposed to do. And everything has to be corrected by the book. Your specification sheet isn't enough to cover a patent. You know how much information you have to put into a patent? You have to know your product before you put it into that form. How are you going to put the product in the form if you have a freaking specification sheet that's only like 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs? No, that wouldn't even pass. They wouldn't even approve it. Partey couldn't get approved for a patent because he would have to prove the stacking system. You would have to prove, you can't just throw stuff in there because it's considered to be fraud if it doesn't work. You can't patent something that comes to complete fraud. Which has me thinking, at the end of the day, are these knockoff projectors? They can't be patent. There's no way in the world it could be patent. I'm curious about that one. Now I gotta look into. You know what an engineer patent looks like? It's insane. It's absolutely freaking insane. That's why I'm paying somebody to do mine. I'm not doing that engineer patent. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, see, that's something that needs to be looked into. Because technically, by law, when you put stuff into a patent, you have to describe the item as honest as you possibly can. You can't put something in that's completely fake. That could be a massive lawsuit right there at the end of the day. Huge, massive lawsuit. Because if you're putting in that a projector is supposed to be 8K and it's 15,000 lumens and all this stuff, and something just popped into my head crazy just now. I started doing research on. I wonder if the cheap knockoff projectors, especially the one that I got downstairs, have patents underneath of them. They should have a patent number. This is what they should have. This is what you should be seeing on it. This is a registration. That's what they look like. So if they were, well, if they were made overseas, they wouldn't have U.S. patents on them. They would have an overseas patent on them. But still, they would have some form of patent on them, some kind of patent number. You need a patent number and a patent date has to be on it. Yeah, I don't know what the violations would be over there. I know the violations over here in the United States, if you basically put down a patent and you put information incorrect, that's a violation. You can be in a lot of trouble for that. So how are they getting away with basically patenting something that it doesn't really, it's not true? Because that projector's no way it was 15,000 8K. That's virtually impossible. So how are they getting away with that? But then again, since it's overseas, they got different laws and stuff like that. That's why you don't see knockoff projectors in the U.S. I'm pretty sure that the laws over there might be a little different. I'm not sure. Can't really go out and say that, but I'm pretty sure they have to be much different than over here in the United States. Yeah, because you have to get something called global patents, and global patents cover, they're very expensive. They cover everything. We're not doing any business overseas. We're not worried about that. But anyway, yeah, because over here in the U.S., there's no way in the world you can produce a knockoff projector. It would have, because over here they ask you, when you if you ever did one before, you have to, you're like kind of like agreeing that everything you're putting in a document is legit. That's what you're agreeing on. So there's no way in the world you could be able to put in falsified information in that to begin with. That's why Partey can't put that nonsense in there, because he had to prove that the stacking system that he's explaining in his videos are actually real. And they would want proof of it. He would have to explain and show proof that this actually is what it is. And he can't explain how the stacking system works. All he's saying is that basically it's, how do you explain it in a demonstration? He said something where you're stacking the screen together. Basically, he didn't say anything about fusion technology, nothing like that. But stacking them together causes this super screen. Well, they're going to want you to explain how this works physically. They're going to explain it, break it down, how these elements are basically intertwining with each other in order to basically design a super screen. The minute you put in there that each one has to be dry to the touch, you're automatically going to get they're automatically going to dismiss your patent, because there's no way in the world possible, it's actually misleading the consumer, because there's no way in the world possible that you're going to get a screen that's going to fuse into another screen if they're both perfectly dry. That's some freaking magic paint at the end of the day. So you wouldn't get it. Crow couldn't get one due to the fact that he would have to put in, well, he could get one. He could actually get one. But the problem he's going to have is it's going to be a waste of money. And I'll tell you why it's going to be a waste of money. He can't pass house paint. That's why it's a waste of money. There's no point in him spending the money for anything. No, none of that stuff. Because he can't pass the house paint. He'll pay all that money for it, turn around, and somebody will go in and match his product to house paint and end up selling his product and rebranding it and making it their own, because he can't back the product. Oh, shoot, I forgot his product can be rebranded. Literally, anyone can rebrand his product because it matched the Sherwin-Williams. So he really can't, it's no point in putting it on, because he can't protect it. There's no, he can't even protect it. We can, even if we don't even have patents or technology, we can protect our technology because our technologies can't be matched to anything. No one's been able to match it. Not even companies can't even match it. We've had technology running for years. Some of the stuff is protected, some of it's not. And it's been running for years, and no one has ever been able to duplicate the technology. Any of the videos, nothing. Name one video of anyone ever duplicated any of our videos perfectly to a T. Nobody. We even have a challenge sitting around right now. It's called the 1100 Lumen Challenge. It's been sitting there since 2019. No one's been able to match the exact duplicate video. Our stuff is so complicated, it's just virtually impossible. I even had sat there one time with a guy I was doing business with over in Florida. Oh, we got to pray for Florida. Florida's going through it. I got business contacts down there. They're going through it. But yeah, he was telling me, he was like, so what's the, when I first met him, his name was Giuseppe. I said, what's the chances of you guys taking my stuff down and reverse engineering? He says, man, yeah, and a headache, reverse engineering technologies, and it is a nightmare. He said, nobody in their right mind's going to go through that crap. First things first, we can't even use what you have in there to begin with because we would have to go through the official company itself where you got the ingredients from to begin with. And we would have to either get permission from them to use it, or we would have to go in and we would have to literally break it down and actually make a duplicate copy of that particular ingredient, which means they would have to bring in a master chemist to do this. And that would cost a lot of money. For how many versions of the ingredients I put in, they would have to break all that down, restructure it, and rebuild it all over again. Yeah, reverse engineering is a nightmare. So that's why a lot of companies would rather like say, look, we'd rather just give you a contract, have you make it, and we both make money off of it, and that's it. Or they'll figure out somewhere along the line to stab you in the back, in the middle of the contract, try to take it from you, one way or the other. But anyway, so that's why a lot of companies, reverse engineering is a nightmare. They won't go near it, too much work. Especially when it comes to recipes. But other than that, yeah, the problem he has with his is just no point in him ever getting a patent, patent pending, nothing on his product because literally anyone can duplicate his stuff. He just literally showed on a YouTube stream that he matched network grade 773. So right there from the door, anybody looking at that video can go, well, gee whiz. I mean, if they wanted to upgrade the network grade 773, just drop in about one scoop black paint. That's it. Even it out. The only difference I've seen in his screen versus a network grade 773 is his screen was slightly a little darker and he picked up a little bit of a contrast. That's basically, but other than that, he matched that screen from left to right. So if anybody wanted to fix that issue, all they had to do was just drop in one scoop of black paint. Problem solved. That would have been fixed right there from the door. I'm pretty sure at the end of the day that his supporters are actually making that paint and reselling it. And what can he do? I could literally take that paint right now and prove my theory. If you think I'm joking, I can go over to Sherwin-Williams, order a quart of the network grade 773, rebrand it with his name on it, and basically sell off as his product. And I guarantee you, I can ship it right over to him and say, look, here you go, test it out for yourself. Guarantee he won't do it. It's a match. That's why. And on top of that, I can't go back and say, well, what are your test demonstrations? You know, he doesn't have any test demonstrations. Same thing he tried to do with the 2.0. 2.0 is backed. 2.0 has 3 hours worth of tests sitting on top of it. Doesn't match slip silver, doesn't match network grade, doesn't match certified screens, can be used in fully lit environments. That screen has demonstrations of ultra short throw displays inside and outside. That thing does things that demonstrations that neither one of them have ever done at all, period. So 2.0s can back themselves, just like the technology we have here. But where are the test demonstrations under your products? And the fact that they don't have any tests means that they have nothing really backing their products at all, period. No batch numbers, which they can't perform because, again, you have to have tests to do a batch number. Literally have to have tests done. And because of that, anybody, and I mean anybody, can go in and reduplicate their products. Partey, we know how to make his from the door. Watching that video 4 or 5 times, I already know how to make it. I know exactly what's in it. I know each shade, how it's made and how it's designed. I can literally make. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even go through that crap. I just make the final one and be done with it. I wouldn't even bother with all that because physically it's not possible what he's saying on camera. It's not going to happen. And since he hasn't done a breakdown video backing it up, because most people do that, Most people, if you challenge them on their products, they will come in and do a breakdown video and go, no, you're wrong. This is what so and so and so, blah, 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 blah. Ring a bell. That's what we do. People can't back it down, will ignore this and keep on going because they can't back it up. So he can't back it up. Why would I even bother go through the 4-step process? I'll just make the first screen and that's it. That's all I got to do. And once I make the first screen, I guarantee you, if his website ever opens up and we can get an item down here, we can show you that we can pretty much just make the first one, skip the rest of the process, and do the exact same thing as the screen just did. Literally, I'll lie to you not. The experience I had in screen paint, I can tell you what's going to happen. The first screen is going to match. The rest of them are not going to do anything. So we can go through the process. We'll go through the process if we can ever get the paint, if the site's ever open. We can go through the process of doing this step as he said, and he explained in his video, doing it legit by the book, and then the last screen will duplicate the last screen, make that, and I guarantee you won't see a change. And then we'll turn around in our test and we'll just skip the entire 3, 2, and 1 and just put the first one in and show you they all match. That's why they don't want us having their stuff over here, because those are the tests he's supposed to do. You're supposed to do those tests. Because in those tests, it will prove whether or not if you're lying on camera or if you're telling the truth. If you do the test exactly like, okay, you wouldn't make the duplicate because that would be us making a duplicate. What he should have did was do 1, 2, 3, 4, complete that, and then do one with the first one. Skip the rest of them. Don't even add them in. Just do the first one only, and then do that demonstration. See what happens. See if there's a change in the screen. Now, if the one that has the 4 application is showing a beautiful image, and this one's dark and dirty, you can barely see, even though they're both gray, and this one's showing a different reaction, then you would know you would have to go through the 3 extra steps in order to complete the screen, because the reaction would be different if you skip it. This would basically prove that this system has something called a fusion system, which allows the screen to stack itself and to convert into something completely different through transformation. But you're not showing this, you're not proving this. So this is a demonstration that is required for you to do. I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send Partey a special. These are done basically to put people on blast so we can see if they're fake or not. We'll give you a challenge today because you need to do this. This shit needs to be done because, again, you can't apply for this paperwork unless you can prove this actually is real, because they're going to ask how is this done, and you're going to have to break down the terms. You can't use that dumb nonsense you just put on camera. Oh, it's a locking, it's a fusion system. They don't want to hear that crap. You have to explain how this is actually happening. They want some form of chemical reaction of how these two chemicals are intertwining together. But the minute you say dry to the touch, you already canceled your patent out right from the door. Because there's no way in the world a screen can fuse. If I take my my monitor sitting here on top of my computer, there's no way in the world I'm gonna come here the next day and lift it up and they're gonna be fused together. No, it has to be away from them to fuse. Bolts, nuts, screws, Velcro, glue, something there to cause it to fuse. There's no way in the world that's going to fuse together. That's virtually impossible. Something must be there to make it fuse together. And you have to show in that patent that there's 2 formulas that when they intertwine together, they will combine. But only when they combine, they would transform and change into something completely different. That's what you're going to have to prove. And you can't even prove that in a basic YouTube video. So a simple and easy way for him to do this is to do the first one with the full application, starting from 1, 2, 3, and 4 done, and the second one, last application. That's it. Put both screens up, hit them both with a projector, and see if they change. One with one projector, one with the other, and see if there's a difference. Like if I come on camera and I say, hey, look, our product makes 720p look near to a 1080p projector. I can't come on camera and say that. I have to back this theory up. So Mr. Bird goes downstairs and takes a 1080p projector and a 720p, puts them on 2 screens side by side. You have to back it up. You can't just say it. That's the reason why you can't put stuff, you can't have patents. They can't have them because they can't put in proper information that is needed to complete the patent, because they don't know the product, because they lied about it. And they can't test the product because they lied about it. That's the problem. Can you imagine Jamie trying to do tests on his products now after selling it, which you're not supposed to do? You're supposed to actually test the product before you sell it. But you imagine him trying to sell this product, test this product, and his claim before, as he was selling it, that the Cinemax pulls contrast level equal to a black screen. Well, how is that possible if you hit that on a projector other than the P2 and the screen washes out, which did happen twice in 2 videos? How do you explain that? Yeah, and that tells you right there, lie. Same thing like the blacklist. If you got a product that's matching a house paint, then automatically from the door, you just told everybody on the face of the planet literally how your product is made. You literally just televised that. And that's what he did. This is the blacklist on the Crystal Age site. This is where we have this individual committing scams on just about every level you can possibly think of. Black and white paint, man, that's a bad one. Here it is right here. That's right there. That is the network grade 773 scandal. This is where the Cinemax matched his screen. Man, I ain't want to get into this today, but I don't like to talk about stuff. You know how it works for Mr. Bird. I don't like to talk about things without backing them up. That's how I work. This video right here is the gem of all videos. People can literally make his products now because he matched the house paint. You see how close, it actually physically matched the screen. So with that being said, since it physically matched the screen, that means that there's no point in you getting a patent or any of that stuff whatsoever, because again, anybody can make your stuff. Why in the world would I sit there and spend 90 or 80 for a product that's patented? Go to Sherman's and duplicate it, make it right over there with no problem. Same thing, no difference. Right here, we showed you right here. Over here, we made the black and white video. We were able to make the rest of his screen paints by using this tutorial video right here. This is your video, literally your video showing you how to make your products using black and white paint. We duplicated $40 and made 3 year, even the UV. We made the UV, we made the Metallica mix, and we made the personal mix out of $40 worth of. So they can't get patents because people can duplicate your stuff. This is why when you see me come on and do the demonstrations against black paint, and black fabric, and black tape, and black paper, and mesh, and clothes, and everything else we throw against the screen, we can back that technology showing that nothing matches it. You guys can't do that. People can't duplicate our stuff. They try to, which is funny, because I love how they take the black and white paint. This is how it's going to work. Nah, you're way off on that one. That's not going to work. You're making, when he shows you how to make a product, and first thing he shows you is black and white paint, he just told you what he puts in his product that fast. That's literally what he just told you on camera. And if he shows any video involving black and white paint, Crow just literally told you how his product is made, because that's a video of him making a product out of black and white paint. Anytime you see that. So when we see him saying, oh, this is how the product is made, the sad thing about it is Jamie thinks that our products are made the same way his products are made. And if they were, they wouldn't be able to pass any of the tests we put our products through, and he would be able to duplicate all tests under our technology, which he cannot do. Yep. But this right here, if you've never seen this one, this is the notorious Metallica. The reason why the Metallica paint doesn't exist because of this video. This video is actually named the Metallica 2.0. That's when Jamie gave out free paint. That's why I said, if he ever says to you that I never gave out free paint, well, that's the video right there. That's the video he tried to hide, that somebody got it before we got to it, and they sent to us like, yo, you might want to look at this. This is crazy. So they sent to us, and I was like, what the frick is this? I was like, oh, that's him making black and white paint. I said, that's when he first started off giving paint away for free. Jamie used to give away free paint. That's how his products are made. Now, what makes it disturbing is the free paint actually matches the paint that he's selling now. That's how we knew his product was black and white paint. That's how we're able to duplicate it so fast. And that's why when I was looking at the network grade 773, I saw the tone. I was like, yep, this is going to match. So he can't argue this because this is him. This is how we learn to make his products. And that's when he had a YouTube on his YouTube channel. I don't know if he did the rest of the videos. I'm pretty sure he deleted them all, but I don't know why he left that one around. But in the video, Jamie shows you how to make free paint. And this is right around the time. Right. So that's why I say I love it when we get naysayers who come up and we reach our bulletin boards. When they go, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He never gave out free paint. Honestly, don't throw yourself under the bus. Don't do that. You have to understand, Mr. Bird is very thorough on how he does his business. If I tell you that such and so, it is what it is. So if you go out on a form site and you're running your mouth and I find you and I pop up and see you, this is the video I want to display. I'm going to embarrass you on the form site badly. So be careful how you speak. If I tell you he's been making free products way before he was selling them, then I know this information. This is stuff he doesn't tell you. Did he ever tell you on camera that he gave away free products? Nah, never told you that. There you go. See that painting in the background? That painting in the background shows up in quite a lot of his videos. He's showing you the measuring, showing you how much black paint to put in. 2 tablespoons of black paint. This is why we asked him, this was a challenge about 2 years ago that we asked him to do on camera next to his products. And he refused to do it. You know why? Because he can't go on camera and do a demonstration like this. If this product matches, that means the entire time, not only are you guys getting robbed when it comes to the house paint, but you're also getting robbed because your product is nothing but black and white paint. You could have made it yourself. There you go. So that's even more you got to worry about now. Your product is literally black and white paint. Now, for those who've seen this for the first time, and we know we get naysayers in here. Hello, naysayers. How you doing? Just so you know, this is how your product is made on your wall to show you that you got robbed at the end of the day. Yeah, we took the same mix, and you know what we made? We made that product. That's the Metallica mix. We made that product, and we turned around and we used it for the personal mix, and it matched the personal mix perfectly. So that's the ingredients to the personal mix. 2 tablespoons of black paint into white paint. That's how it's made. And then we went over here in these demonstrations and we made his product. Out of $40 worth of paint, we made 3 of them, and every last one of them matched. This is why we warn you. This is why we tell you. Yeah, and this is the reason why he can't get his stuff patented, because there's no point, because anybody can make his stuff. From that video, we can make his products, and even easier, the Network Grade 773, which is the worst, because you know why? You don't have to mix anything into it. So in that video, you have to mix black paint. Some people may feel they may mess it up by putting in too much black paint. What makes the Network Grade 773 so dangerous? Shelf paint, which means the customer doesn't do anything to it. They just take it off the shelf, paint on the wall, they got his product that fast. Here's the personal mix. Those of you have the personal mix, guess what matches your product? Behr Silver Screen. There's the video right there. And that video shows him walking out of a Home Depot with a container of Behr Silver Screen. This is a video that people have been bombing. It's like, we look at our pages, the blacklist gets hit the most. It gets hit a lot. And people are coming here and they're looking at these demonstrations and they're backing away from this product because, again, he matched. Not only did he match, he only did the Network Grade 773 on one product. He didn't do the rest of them. So where's the test for the rest of them? They're not done because he won't do them on camera. He has to get back on camera and he has to finish these tests, which means he's going to have to pull himself up, muster up whatever's left, get back on camera, and he's going to have to repeat that process again for each individual screen paint. I know it sounds like a nightmare, but we do it all the time for fun. But if he had tested his product before he sold it, he wouldn't be in this situation. And that's the problem he's having. And people are upset because they bought a product believing it was something that it wasn't. And that's why you test your products before you sell them. So that way you know that they work. And you don't have to run into this nightmare at the end of the day. Look at that. Look how well that matched. That's house paint in the middle. This is house paint. So at the end of the day, I can make your product. I don't even put anything in it. I don't put no effort, no black paint, no silver, nothing. I can just go to Sherwin-Williams, pick up network grade 773, put it in a container and call it something else. I can call your product. Matter of fact, your name, it doesn't even have a registered copyright underneath of it. We looked, it doesn't come up anywhere in the database. That's why people can duplicate your tag, your ID, because it's not registered. Our cube is registered, but yours is not, which means I can actually put duplicate of your anything I want over here, and I can basically just put network gray in. It's the same product. Tell me it's not. So for a little experiment, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate your product. Now, again, if you sit there and say, well, there's no, what test do we have, Jamie? What test do you possibly have that I would have to run underneath that paint to prove we can't duplicate it? Because under our technology, you can't duplicate one of our tests under that gray mix or whatever. So I told you can make our product, give me the ingredients, I'll make it, I'll throw it online, we'll run it through the test, see if it matches any of our stuff. Mind you, we match our products. We put our products up against black paint every day. That Dynasty Black, been there, done that. Ran that thing to the mill so many times, it's not even funny. Matter of fact, I got more testers doing that today for fun. Got 3 different versions of black paint, several different versions of fabric. We had to order stuff in to basically throw it against the screen. And certifieds definitely can't match that technology. So we've been through all that testing already. But you, on the other hand, you haven't done any testing against the slip silver. Afraid to go near it. Won't touch it. The network grade 773, you're supposed to finish these tests right here against the rest of your products. You got the Hydrant mix, you got the Personal mix, none of them have been tested. We haven't seen those yet. So we know you're not testing those. But since you can't back up the product to house paint, and we can't back our products up to house paint, anybody can come in and duplicate your product, which I can go on right now. Why would I buy your product when I can just make an exact duplicate? I'll just change out your label to what we want, put your name on it, and go get some Sherwin-Williams. It's the same thing. And if you say it's not, then I'll just send you over these. Oh, that's another way to skin a cat right there. Sorry, Taco. I'll just send you up a container of the network grade 773 and the slip silver, and you can put that against your product for testing. Now, I know he wants to say at the end of the day, well, I sent them down some stuff to test. Jamie, how are you going to send me down stuff to test when you don't even test your own stuff at the end of the day? I have testing under my products. We've been through all that when we designed the 2.0. What do you think the 3 hours was on the demonstration on the link? That was us testing the product. What do you think batch numbers are? So how are you going to bring us down, send us down a product to test on that your products are not even tested to begin with? You don't have anything at all. If you could duplicate and do the same thing a 2.0 can do, you would have completed the challenge we first gave him. We gave him a challenge on the 2.0. This is a 3-hour test to complete it on his products. You know why you can't go near it? Because there's network gray in the demonstration. That's why you can't go near it. Can't touch it, can't do it. Any environment's too well lit. We swap out projectors, stuff like that, so we can't do it. So on top of that, there's 9 certified screens the screen paint had to go through. So you haven't done any of those tests, so you can't match the 2.0. So you sending me down something to test against the screen is completely bananas, because again, you're sending something down to someone whose product has already been tested. But you, on the other hand, can't pass house paint. And that's the first test that you have to go through when you're developing the screen paint, is you have to go through a house paint test. And you can't pass it, as we can see. So that means, since you can't pass it, we can duplicate it. That's what's going to happen offline right here. We just make it. But I tell you that we know so much about this snake in the grass. And I'll tell you why. Jamie's a very, very sneaky individual. Very sneaky. You know what he sent down to us? We already know what it was. Jamie sent down to us our own product. That's what Jamie did. Jamie is very, very dirty. You gotta watch him. So what Jamie did was Jamie sent down our own product to us and tried to claim it as his own, as something he made. So that way, when we took the product, we stuck it against the screen and it blended in, it would show that he made our product. Do you think we're that stupid at the end of the day? Good gracious, you're an idiot. That's why we denied it. Sometimes I don't tell you everything until the last minute. I like to give people long enough ropes to hang themselves. Well, I told you this, we do this all the time. So we already know that trick. Do you know how long I've been in this business? I've been in this business for almost forever. I have seen people like you on so many levels, it's not even funny. The level that you are at, we have not seen on that level, but I have seen your kind before. It's nothing new. And that, my friend, the things that I do come from time and experience. They used to do that back in the day. All the little tricks that you do now, I've seen some of those back in the day. So what they would do is, they would get a sample of your product. They would take a sample of your product, especially if there's no testing of it, and they would take that sample and they would basically taint it. Now, it was rare you would bump into these individuals, but they did have them back then. And then, to prove that they had your product, or prove that either they basically could make your product, they would send you back your own product and claim that they made this. So that when you took the product and put it against your screen, if you were naive and you did that, what would happen is you would basically be putting your own product against your own product, and that would look like it would definitely match, and they can make claim that, yeah, I made his product. How dumb do you think I am? That's the oldest trick in the book. Again, you guys are noobs at the end of the day. You're talking to someone who's been here long before you have been here. I've seen all this stuff in my time. You're talking to a veteran versus a noob. I've seen that trick already. So you can go in and say, oh yeah, we made this product, this is how it's made. And then you can go out and put out some fake ingredients that's not in our product and say this is how it's done. Also misleading more people at the end of the day. We know all those tricks. That's why I sent the product back. Why in the world would I test something to begin with? And I know that trick already, but why in the world would I test something to begin with when we went through all the testing to test the product? We went through all that work to show that the product was different. To have somebody to come in who basically doesn't have any credit to his name, fakes demonstrations, commits fraud, steals from his customers, that has no test demonstrations, no batch numbers, and is going to send us a product to test under his expertise. Are you kidding me? Jamie, you don't have no weight to you at all, period. And any home theater form site, you're considered to be a joke. Even the big companies consider you to be a joke. Your stuff is not even considered to be threatening at the end of the day. Form sites wouldn't block you out. They're bringing you in there for entertainment. They officially lock our doors, lock them when we come through, because they know at the end of the day that our technology is going to ruffle feathers coming through. We are considered to be a threat when we go through. But you, on the other hand, you're not even a threat to Sherwin-Williams at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Sherwin-Williams, if they ever decide to become a projection screen company, could literally crush you with no problem because you have the same thing. There you go. There's the video that's missing that he doesn't want you to see on the Cinemax. And it's supposed to be your flagship, your pride and joy, your the best of the best. Got on camera, lied to a bunch of people, told them and convinced them to buy this product, that they were buying something that was completely different and no one else had. And look at the contrast and look at the color and look at the hue, look how beautiful the image looks. Look at the quality, saving you hundreds, saving you hundreds, saving you hundreds. He stole hundreds from y'all. Not from my customers, from y'all. So at the end of the day, we can duplicate, anybody can duplicate that product because all they gotta do is go to Sherwin-Williams, put in probably about a scoop of black paint. I say 1 scoop of black paint, that's it. That's all they would have to put in there. Got his product that fast. Even at that, they didn't want to put a scoop of black paint, just leave it the way it is. It's still gonna match, it doesn't make a difference. That would just intensify your contrast almost just a little bit and give me a bit of an edge over his screen. So yeah, so next week we're gonna duplicate your product. We don't have to really duplicate it. We just go to Sherwin-Williams to get it. It's the same thing. And we're just going to basically call it Crow's Screen Paint Fix. That's what we call it. Crow's Screen Paint Fix. That's what I call it. I'm not selling it because why would I sell it? So what are you going to do? Duplicate our product? Yeah, I like to see that with black and white paint. That's what you're going to show people how to do. Man, the minute you post anything with black and white paint, we automatically know you don't know what you're doing. As a matter of fact, the ingredients that you post, we laugh at you about. We don't go to paint stores to pick up our product. Our stuff are shipped overseas. We do stuff in a special place. That's why our stuff doesn't match anything. Look at that. Look how crazy that is. So, yeah, good luck with that. That's the reason why you can't get a patent. What's the point of coughing out the money for the patent, paying for all that money to begin with, to turn around and have somebody go in and go, here we go, we can make this, no problem. Anything that we put in that patent, we have to be the backup that the product can do. If I put into the patent that our screen has the ability to overpower certifieds, if in there it basically doesn't match any form of black paint, if I put in there that it doesn't match fabrics, all that stuff has to be put in there. We have to show backing on all of that. That's why we have tons and tons of pictures on just about everything and videos on everything backing everything that we do. Simply alone on your website, you don't even have one demonstration of your product versus gray paint. Not one. Not even this one, which we still can't figure out. Well, we know why. So, yeah, there you go, people. Look at this one right here. Even worse. Now, this video didn't start off with showing this. I show this off because I don't like to talk about things and not back things up. That's just how I am. Where I come from, and I don't know where you come from at the end of the day, but where I come from, you don't talk trash, you back it up. A person who talked trash and couldn't back it up, they had a term for that person. If you want to talk about something, you backed it up. That's how it goes. I'm probably the same way in every other neighborhood, but that's where we were coming from. If you don't talk trash at the end of the day, you back it up. Now, if you got in a dispute with somebody who was wrong, you want to say, hey, look, I was wrong. Yes, that's right. That was the end of it. So and so and so shook hands, sat down, got a beer. That was the end of it. But this generation, good gracious, well, he's not from this generation. He was from another generation. But anyway, yeah, lie, stainless, lie on camera. And just think about it. The entire time you're watching this and you're worrying, thinking about what's coming out of his mouth, he's just basically just lying the entire time on camera. And then again, video disappeared. That's where he turns the lights out. So, nope, Jamie, you can't get a patent. There's no point in you getting the copyrights, no LLCs, no trademarks, none of that. You can't get any of that because his product is tainted from the door. Anybody can make it. How are you going to protect something that people already back you know how to make? Especially that black and white paint demonstration. That definitely matches a lot of his products. There's two ways you can go about making his products. You can go through the black and white tutorial, which we did, and we made actually 3 of them. We're going to make 3 of them with the black and white. Or you could go through just buying Sherwin-Williams and you could do the same thing. Or you can just go in and you can just get the personal mix. Not for the personal mix, you can go pick up the Behr Silverscreen. Do the same thing. You can't protect something that hasn't been properly tested and people can make. They can duplicate it. That right there is a screenshot from his product versus Behr Silverscreen. There you go. Here's the picture. This is Crow. Here's the video. Can't find the video, can you? Go search for it. See if you can find the video. Look it up. We'll give you guys, matter of fact, got a little free time today. Thank God. We'll put little challenges in for you. Try to find that video right there. Try to find it. We'll give you a challenge. Try to track down and find this video. You can't find it. And the reason why you can't find it because this is another video on camera again. Products matching house paint. This is Crow's Personal Mix versus the Behr Silverscreen right there in bold letters. Now we've recorded that video because I sat down on camera. It's the reason we're recording it because we know this video is going to go missing. And sure enough, it went missing. So see what you're missing. That's bad, people. That's extremely bad when a person's going to get on camera and lie to you that badly to convince you that you're seeing two different screens. At the end of the day, when we showed this in the forum site, the first thing that came up was how dumb was his customers? They asked the question, how dumb was his customers? I want to tell you something right now. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt of saying maybe they just didn't know. But good gracious, are you freaking kidding me? I can't even give you that. And that one I can't defend you in any way whatsoever. I have to agree with the group. You are stupid. I'm sorry, but you are stupid. How could you not see that and literally think that those were two different paints? Even if you were born yesterday, still you would have looked at that and go, those are two that both the same thing at the end of the day. Now we're going to take these demonstrations offline. We're going to put them on a survey. Your name's not going to be attached to it. We're going to have people come in and put in a vote on how many. Matter of fact, forget that. We can do that survey today. I can build me a site right now for a blog and put your product up there and put Bear and yours and see exactly how many people can guess which one. If they both look the same or they're different, and put a counter for voting. We're going to do that. We're going to set one of those up. I can set those up on the site right now. They're called those survey sites, so we can set them up and see how many people can tell the difference. And we'll put ours up there. We'll put my product up there. I got a screen down there with a white sheet laying against it. We'll put a demonstration so people can tell the difference between our product and the white sheet. Put a survey up. So people can go in and we'll show you the numbers on how many people sat there and said it looks the same, it looks the same, it looks the same, it looks the same, it looks the same. And there he is right there, showing the product right there. Right there on camera, right there, dead in your face, man. You couldn't have anybody lie to you that. Well, at the end of the day, you really can't get him on actually just, he did kind of tell you that, but he did lie at the same time, but I don't know how in the world y'all, and no way around this. I'm sorry, I can't defend y'all. I'm sorry. There's no way to defend y'all. There's no way. There is no way to defend you. Look at this. How in the world did you see this and go, gee whiz, those are two different products? There's no way in the world that's definitely different. How? That's pretty bad. That is really, really bad. So this guy openly walked out of a Home Depot. And that's what they were laughing about in the forum site on how bold he was, how he walked out of a Home Depot holding the container of the product, showing you how to duplicate his personal mix. And then proceeds to paint this screen in and show it on camera of a screen having a slight little difference. And that's supposed to change someone from going out and spending for a gallon of this product versus a quart of it for $90. This is getting to the topic. Not only did you guys get scammed, this is the reason why you can't basically patent the product. Because if I didn't know him and I saw this video, I'm like, I can sell this product. All I would have to do is just get some bare silver screen, and that's it. And I would have this product. That's it. That's all anybody would have to do. The everyday Joe staring at this would go, that's it? That's all it takes to make that product? That's it? Oh, shoot. We can make this ourselves. What the heck are we doing? We ain't paying for that. Yeah. That's people with common sense think that way. People with no common sense will go, oh, there's definitely a difference. I can see it. It's a huge, massive difference. Wow. Amazing job, Jamie. Amazing job. Outstanding. Or they had us go down and record the comments before the video went missing. And yeah, they're I wouldn't be surprised if these people are being taunted now because people are going in like, man, you've got to be real stupid. And they probably blocking people left and right off their channel. Like, you gotta be stupid. You literally bought this product at the end of the day. If that's the case, I got some stuff I'm gonna sell you at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure you'll buy it too. Look at that. Where's the sample sheet in this? Seriously, where's the sample sheet? That is pretty bad. I could literally do a video right now, but it would be disrespectful. How dumb are Crow's customers? And if they sit there and argue, well, we're not, really? You're gonna really say you're not? This is a product that you guys back up at the end of the day, right? This is a stuff product that you brag about being so amazing and this, that, and the other. You literally bought a product that was a house paint. And not only that, with the network gray demonstration, he does show the can and the receipt, but he literally walked out of a Home Depot with this do a demonstration on this. This is just too easy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be professional, but the man walked out of a Home Depot with the container in his hand. My goodness, his customers are idiots. Oh my goodness. I can't give y'all guys credit. I just can't. I can't sit there and say, every time I watch this video, we just laugh. We're in the room crying over this. I can't honestly sit there and say that you knew better. Are you kidding me? How dumb are you? I'm sorry, but how dumb can you be? At this particular point, I'm really shocked and surprised that some of you even made it this long on the earth without being a part of natural selection, because good gracious, this is the equivalence of someone trying to remove freaking crumbs out of a toaster with a fork. He walked literally out of a Home Depot. There's demonstrations of him making black. We saw the demonstration. Guy was like, this is too funny. This is just too funny. Yeah, it's funny. Do you know how long the video was floating around in his counter of black and white paint? Do you know how long? It was there for 4 years. 4 years of him making a product out of black and white paint. Nobody was smart enough to take 2 and 2 and put them together. Let me make this ingredients. Let me put this against this product. I think some people figured it out. Well, I can't say, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Even the people that are angry at him that basically posted the video, I'm sorry. It's bad. Because you bought it. His customers bought that mess. This is the personal mix, by the way. Wow. We've been crying, laughing at this nonsense. This is why when he goes into forum sites and he starts talking, the first thing people say, see, you got that Sherman Williams on your wall, huh? You literally just painted your wall with Sherman Williams and Bear. But there's a huge difference here, a huge, massive difference. Let's go through it. Oh, yeah, you know what? We got to come back on this one. Because this is going to start a whole segment. We got to come back on this one. This is bad. Good gracious. All right. So look, bottom line, it makes the video short and sweet. We got to get this done and everything. Our products are being patented next month. So we're good to go. Everything will be locked in. We'll be good to go. We got to come back and we got to talk about this because, man, wow. I've seen people get robbed in my lifetime, and I've seen people pull scams in my lifetime, but never have I seen one so openly and so bold for someone to walk out of a Home Depot and basically show the product, show the paint, put it against this product, match it, and then turn around and go, it's different. Anybody who has the personal mix, we're going to be tracking your videos. We have to track it down. We have to track down how many people are displaying this product right here. How many of his customers are displaying this? Because we have to see this. I'll be sending you a link to that one. That is free. Whew, man. All right. We'll be back in. We'll definitely be back in. I got to take my trash out too. So I can my second loads and get my stuff out of here. But still, we'll be back in. So anyway, yeah, stuff is going to be packed. We'll be good to go. Every time we talk about this guy, man, we find out it's just, I haven't even watched this whole video. This video is so jacked up. I myself haven't watched the whole video. It's so jacked up. I'm not going to title the video "How Dumb Are Crow's Customers," but man, it's been brought up in sites on so many different times, and how dumb are the customers? I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I mean, let you guys to judge on that one. All right. Well, gotta go. Be back, and God bless. God bless. Man, that's just messed up.